Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Indigo Unknown. It's the Mothcast tonight.
Mothcast.
It's Brendan
Episode 17.
and Waylon,
And Waylon.
and it is episode 17. In fact,
Moths.
and tonight we discuss the Mothman, which we may or may not have talked about in the cryptozoology episode, but definitely not at length. And I do love length. We know this.
And moths.
Yeah, I love that moth length. You know what I'm
Girthy
saying?
moths.
Mystery viewer doesn't like length, so we're perfect together. Now, if you're not familiar with the Mothman, said to be a winged creature, man-like, with some big old wings and glowing red eyes.
Yep.
Thank you. So, November 12th, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia. We're going to say vagina a lot because it's funny. Yeah.
Wet.
In West V. Yeah. Nice.
And wet to vagina.
Classic. Anyway, some grave digging cats are out there. They were guys, but they were, some cats. They were digging a grave.
Yeah.
They saw the Mothman flying pretty low through some trees a couple days later. November 15th of 66, a young couple saw the Mothman. Mothbro. A gray creature, glowing red eyes, followed their car down a road near a World War II munitions plant, which everybody, I guess, in that area called it the TNT zone or something like that, the TNT something or other.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where the TNT was, which is peculiar.
Dynamite.
Yes, dynamite. Thank you. Dynamite!
TNT. Speaking of which, rest in peace to...
Yes, to Edward TNT.
Yep.
My favorite
Molly
doctor. Has nothing to do with AC/DC's TNT song.
No.
Thank you. But anyhow, sleep easy, kid. Similar sightings throughout the area. The sheriff thought that it was just some big-ass bird, and then a local doctor thought that it was a big-ass bird. So, kill the non-believers, you know what I'm saying?
Turns out it was a big-ass bird.
Could have been a big-ass bird.
Join us next week.
All about big-ass birds.
Big-ass birds. Episode 18.
So, 1967 in Point Pleasant, wet vagina, the Silver Bridge collapsed, killed 46 people. And since then, Moth Dog has been connected to tons of disasters, which Waylon will tell us all about shortly. But there were over 100 sightings between 66 and 67. Some believe that it could be an alien or a big-ass bird.
Or Woodstock.
Yes, could have been Woodstock from
A lot of drugs.
the Peanuts gang. Oh. Often preceded and proceeded by UFO sightings and then some Men in Black activity. For instance, 67, an Ohio newspaper correspondent who was living in wet vagina reported tons of sightings, and then a small man...
Moist. Does that what word bother you? It bothers a lot of people.
Moist?
Moist.
Not really. Are you talking about moist vagina?
No, just moist. The
Okay.
word.
Yeah.
Moist Mothman.
Yeah, the moist man.
Yeah, moist man.
In wet vagina.
Yep.
Tons of sightings she reported on. One night, some small man with a black bowl cut wearing a black suit came to her office, and he was asking for directions to Welsh, wet vagina. She had to, I guess, as she was explaining the directions, she ended up having to take a phone call. While she's on the phone, Freakazoid picked up her pen from her desk, looked at it like he'd never seen a pen before, and then started laughing as he ran out of the building.
That's today's youth.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Stay off that H, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, yeah, get your hands dirty, today's youth.
Yeah. What is
So,
a book. What?
she thought that was a little peculiar. This guy was acting like, oh, what the fuck is this mysterious contraption? Then he decided he was going to keep it. So he's just like, and he took off.
It says Budget Lodge.
Well, shout out to Budget Lodge.
Shut up.
She saw the same dude a couple weeks later standing on the street near her office. She looked over at him, and when he realized, oh shit, she sees me, he goes running towards the end of the street, And as he gets there, a car comes around the corner. He jumps in and they split. So apparently his car is waiting for him. And keep in mind, this is 67. So it's not like he texted his friend. It was like, yo, pick me up right quick.
It was
Bitch,
the
see
great
me.
ink pen heist of 67.
Yeah, to this day, that pen hasn't been seen.
Nope.
So I think that was D.B. Cooper's trial run. He got the pen, and then he decided, we're going to fry some bigger fish.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened. That might have been before. Anyway.
Batteries.
So he got in the car, split. That was in January of 67. The bridge collapsed in December 15th. So the week of Christmas, so only 10 or so days removed, another weird dude showed up at her office.
It's exactly
like, hey,
10 days.
Yeah.
15th to the 20th.
Right, but it was the week of Christmas, which is a 7-day week.
Okay. Okay.
Bingo. So anywhere from, I'm not doing the math. Anyway, so sometime around Xmas. Some other weird dude showed up at her office. He said, hey, can you tell me about that moth cat? And she didn't really have time to talk to him, so she gave him a file on the sighting she had reported. And he's like, no. Bitch, I done told you I want to talk about the Mothman. So she ended up dismissing him. She was like, no, dude, you need to split.
And can I get a pen?
Ain't nobody coming around here ripping off my pens again.
Right.
I know your type.
Yeah.
Well, that same dude went to the homes of various witnesses in the area that evening to talk to them, and apparently made people real uncomfortable and uneasy because he was fucking weird looking, wearing the black suit.
Yeah.
So strange UFO sighting. People had reported seeing lights in the sky around that time, before the bridge collapsed, before the Mothman sightings, all that. The area was apparently cursed in the 1700s by a Native American chief. That's the Cornstalk curse, which I don't have a whole lot of information about, but I guess he played ball with the white man, not literally, but he didn't really give him any grief, and then they ended up fucking him over later. So he's like, you know what?
Cursed.
Fuck all of you. Cursed. This whole area is cursed, which is why West Virginia and that area of Ohio is considered to be one of the most haunted places in the country and the most paranormal activity there.
Corn.
Because apparently Chief Cornstalk really put the boots to him before his death. But there's been shit outside of Wet Vagina, correct? Why don't you tell us all about Wet? Oh.
Moist Mothman. But no, there's a lot of reported sightings of the said Mothman.
Right. Glowing red eyes, could be a big-ass bird.
Yeah. Big black.
Large wings.
Stork.
Oh.
Such as Chernobyl.
Okay.
A stork.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chernobyl. Yes. Chernobyl, France.
Yep.
Nope. Chernobyl.
Workers claimed the creature resembled that you said a man-like bird with red eyes. And some dubbed it just the black bird of Chernobyl.
But it could have been a big-ass bird.
Could have been. Which
seems to be the common theme across all these sightings. Could have been this crazy paranormal creature or
a big-ass bird.
Big-ass bird that was off its migratory path. But go on, Chernobyl.
But supposedly they all had nightmares before seeing the said creature.
The workers?
Yeah, the 5 workers. I think it was 5 or so.
So they all had similar nightmares about the thing.
Yeah.
The bird.
And harassing phone calls.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they received like menacing and harassing phone calls. And the nightmares.
Don't you know about the bird?
Like a cocking bird. Call.
The bird is the word. And they got him.
Yep. So, this is one of those that I would have to see it to believe it.
You think so?
Because I've seen some pretty big fucking birds.
Well, yeah, there's big ass birds, and I think the doctor said it was this certain type of crane that has like redness around its eyes, red coloring around its eyes, and it's about the size of a man, and that they do migrate through that area of Wet Vagina.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been one that got off the migratory path and was just squawking about, and people were like, "Oh my god!"
And with the red eyes, it might be like a stoner bird.
Yeah, it
You
could
know,
be
like,
high as
it
shit,
could be
and
high
that's
as
why
shit.
it ended up there. It was trying to fly south.
And it was just flying, like, just hovering.
Yeah, it was the bird of Woodstock.
Yeah.
It got jacked as shit, and then couldn't find its way.
That could be it.
Couldn't find its way back home.
Nope. So don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Or birds.
Or Chernobyl.
I mean, don't do birds, but don't do drugs. Comma,
What about
birds.
bird
Like killing
drugs,
birds.
like bird nip.
Ooh. I've tried it once. It's
Uh,
fine. September 11th.
Ah, yes, 2011. I'm sorry, 2001.
Several rumors going around that people saw a bird-like creature hovering around the vicinity of the Trade Center towers.
Ah, yes, in New York, New York.
New York City. So I don't know. It's one of these. It's one of these things where I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it.
Tends to accompany disaster.
Well,
Well,
there's no video proof. There's no
right, the reported sightings. There's pictures,
no hard evidence.
but the pictures can be disputed. That no, that's clearly just a big ass bird.
Yeah. And I see Sesame Street in the bottom right hand corner. That's
Don't
big
lie to
bird.
me. That's a big
fucking
bird.
Big bird.
That's the big bird.
Come on now.
You ain't fooling nobody. But there's a lot of several different bridge collapses that before the bridge collapses, in the days leading up to it, or right before it happens, like in the minute before, there may be a Mothman or a big ass bird flying around the area.
Could be. It's like the movie. Have you seen the movie Mothman Prophecies?
I think I did watch it. Yeah,
It's a pretty good movie.
a documentary about it.
Yeah. It's cheap entertainment. It's good. It's a good flick to watch.
Yeah, some of that shit's pretty chilling though. When you hear some of the accounts that someone goes to their front door to, what did they just hear out on their porch? And they go to the front door and there's just these big ass glowing red eyes staring back at them.
This big ass Mothman like flying against a porch light,
Oh, it's
flapping his wings.
it's still a moth,
destroying-
so
destroying the light.
wrecking the side of the house. Just try. I'll tell you what, the bug zapper it would take to fuck this thing up.
Yeah.
It'd be like the size of a bridge. That's the ticket.
Make bridges out of bug zappers.
Yeah. Bridge zappers.
We're onto something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we could just electrify a whole bridge,
Yeah.
I think we'd get him.
Yeah, kind of like Bigfoot. We'd catch the Mothman.
And then use the Mothman as Bigfoot bait.
Bam. Because supposedly,
That's two birds with one stoned bird.
or possibly one bird.
Yeah, could be one bird
One
and
bird.
one unknown creature.
Yeah. But supposedly the Bigfoot
Ah, yes,
enjoys
Captain
moths.
Feet.
Yeah. Their main course is moths. So
Really?
no, I just pulled that out of my ass. But I'm
You're
just
a
saying
liar.
that'd be kind of cool to have a big moth to catch Bigfoot.
If that was
We
the,
are derailed. This is episode 17.
if that was the key,
Yeah.
you got to get one to get the other. Once you've captured the Mothman, you
Bam.
can get the Bigfoot. Once you've got the Bigfoot,
You'd probably find Jimmy
the
Hoffa.
Kraken.
Loch Ness would come out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wonder if these things know each other.
The female orgasm.
Yes, you can get
That would be solved.
first proof of that.
Yeah. All we need is Mothman. So
We're waiting on you, pal. Buzz, motherfucker.
So we need to go to the wet vagina and find Mothman. Cool. Mystery viewer.
What? Interrupted rudely.
Was it the moth?
What didn't you like about this episode? She pointed to Waylon. Interesting that.
That's funny.
Hey, I'm not a fan.
I know you're not. I bring truth and facts. Okay.
So anyhow, UFO sightings, Men in Black, this strange creature, disasters like bridges collapsing, buildings collapsing, mass tragedies, casualties, seem to go hand in hand. And when they opened the Dybbuk box, there was a moth. Coincidence?
Dressed like a man.
Yeah. in a nice little black suit.
And come to find out, moths smell like cat piss.
Yeah.
And jasmine.
Interesting. Shout out to cat piss.
Jesus.
Well, anyhow, we hope you'll enjoy this episode. We hope you have enjoyed it so far.
Yeah.
That's coming to a close, really.
Yeah, it is. We're derailed. Colonel and all.
So keep an eye out. If you see the Mothman, head for shelter, because there's probably some shit about to go down.
Right? If I see one, I'm like, no.
First, try to get a picture.
Yeah.
Then get shelter.
If I'm on the Eagle Bridge, Eagle and Suttereth, and I see a Mothman,
well,
I mean,
that wouldn't be that bad.
no, it wouldn't. It's like
Clunk.
a 4-foot drop.
Ah, damn. They're gonna have to pull my car out.
And the Mothman is just wrong bridge.
Ah,
Gotcha.
with his pen.
So the little man was actually the Mothman.
Just disguised, trying to get his hands on a pen, because the Mothman needs a pen.
Yeah. To get directions to find Bigfoot.
Yes.
Bam.
But he has a car. Anyway, good episode, huh?
So
Nice little
moths
mystery.
drive.
Think about that. Look out for the Mothman. Keep one eye on the sky, one eye on the rest of the sky. It's a big area.
Speaking of moths, though, have you noticed? Have they decided why they fly into lights?
I think they're attracted to stupid questions.
No, that's not a stupid question, because if you do you know the answer?
Yeah, they're attracted to the light.
Why?
Why do men like women? Why do women like men? Why do other people that like other people like those people?
Lights.
Yeah, because they glow. Everybody's searching for that light, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the tunnel.
Bam.
Anyway, this has been episode 17 of Indigo Unknown.
Wow. So 18 is coming up.
Sure is. So look out for that. And